This Ukrainian minerals deal, I am hoping that Zelensky has made a very, very smart play. Essentially, if he can tie the mining of these rare earth metals in particular, not just to security, but to territorial regain in order for cohesion of the whole setup, then you can see on the map how this would be a really smart play, which is why he probably floated it initially. Now, when Keir Starmer was with Donald Trump just yesterday, did you notice Donald Trump saying, oh, we really need to get at those rare earths? Well, if you look at the map of the minerals that there are across Ukraine, from graphite to lithium, titanium, the lot, yeah, the rare earths, which are really important, there is the biggest band of them which crosses from what is currently Ukraine-held territory into Ukrainian, Russian-held territory in the sort of Donbas region. And if Zelensky has said, you know what, those rare earths, you should be getting at them and we should be getting at them together, and there's a few others dotted in Ukraine, here is what the infrastructure to get at them could look like. Big roads there connecting up these rare earths because it forms a nice little pathway. Here's a port here, and here's another way by way we could get them out to you. But of course, in order to do that, we need to hold the territory, and we need that territory defended so that your workers and your companies extracting those are safe. And this is probably why, firstly, Trump overreacted with excitement to all of this and demanded half the minerals in Ukraine and wanted Zelensky to sign off on that. And it sounds like a really poorly thought through structure, which was rejected. And that's also why Putin then said, oh, we can do a deal with the states on minerals, particularly rare earth minerals, including in some of our new territories, meaning the Donbas region, right? But then the question would be, that seam of rare earth metals would be split between Russia and Ukraine. So what are you going to do? Have mining operations on both sides? And on the Russian side, do you really want American personnel there? That doesn't make sense. What does make sense is for Putin to back to his border, and then that region gets developed in conjunction with other regions in Ukraine that's currently fully Ukraine occupied. And that's a package deal, and that's a bundle, and it makes no sense to break into that package, cut across it, or have half of it controlled by someone else, right? So, and Trump is very much a mercantilist and just thinking about his own sort of business advantage here. He will see that package deal. He will know that that then goes well with the rest of Europe, and it works for him on various fronts. And I'm hoping that's what they go for, because that, if it is presented as that, here are the ports, here are the roads, here are the mines, it's all a system together, and Russia just needs to F off out of that little bit here in order to make it complete, then that is a really good way at getting Russia pushed back to their borders. And furthermore, I will say this, Trump's in a hurry and Putin's in a hurry for different reasons. But when negotiating, if you are in a hurry and you are anxious about time limits, you've got the weaker hand. Whereas if Zelensky can get this deal in place and then start talking about how it develops, and this will take some months in order to flesh out the details, and Europe can fully have Zelensky's back during that period, then Europe and Ukraine can play a bit more of a waiting game. Armies aren't going to be moving until late spring anyway, when the ground dries and you can roll tanks. So Europe and Ukraine can actually play more of a waiting game and fill that time with positive building about structures, whereas Putin is sitting on a broken economy and with troops absolutely decimated and gutted. So this would then put Ukraine and Europe in a much stronger place, and with the good chance of buying in America into guarantees, because it's directly in American interests of operations on that soil. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I think would be a smart way to play it.